Hey, what's going down, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Soul Effect, excited for the R&B talk show. My guest right here on the right, she's a singer, songwriter. I know you done heard her voice, throughout your era and everything. And before I even mention your name, can you correct me what your name is, just out of respect?
Siobhan.
Siobhan. Welcome
Yeah.
to the R&B talk show, Siobhan.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, because I had to ask you that, just out of respect.
Yeah, I understand. I understand with it's just four letters. So it's like, how do you say this? Is it SHVN or what is it? So I get it.
Yeah, because some people, though, I'm gonna tell you, like my name is Rashad. People call me Rashid. Like I don't eat my name. My mama never named me Rashid. Like how that come about?
I'm gonna get Rashid out of Rashad. It looks like Rashad.
Yes, and everything. But yeah, but how's the weather over there where you at? It's like up and down.
Um, well, I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, so it's bipolar. It's cold now. It was kind of hot yesterday, so it's kind of chilly.
Yeah, so I've been here to Albany. It's like in the 60s. Well, maybe it'd be like 80 degrees. Then it dropped down to like 50 something. So when it
Mm-hmm.
changed the weather, it's like gotta stay prepared and get that clarity D.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stand by and everything. But I
Mm-hmm.
want to say congratulations, dropping some heat, on, these single chances, Picture Perfect, Me Too, the remix, and Live Without. Uh, before we get to your history and everything, your upbringing, I want to start off your single Chances. And how did that record come about?
Chances was actually my very first record that I wrote by myself. It came from a relationship that I was dealing with. Of course, all of my songs are relationship based, but this particular relationship was a very toxic one. And I just kind of gave that person too many chances, and I kind of had to sing about it. And that's how that came about. My songs are basically like a diary for me. So when I wrote that, I was just basically writing a diary and made it into a song.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so by the time it was already, mixed down and everything, you thought to yourself, like, dang, man, I done went through this. I'm actually put this out to the world. Was it kind of like a yes or no thing? But like, let me go ahead and get it out because it's really bothering me.
Yeah. It was one of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
get it out.
Yeah. What was your friends' reaction, as far as like your core base of friends?
They were excited. Growing up, like my friends, my solid friends, they've always known me to be a singer and be out on YouTube doing covers and things like that. So when I released my first song, they were super excited. People from high school were blowing me up, like, "Oh, congratulations on your first single," and everything like that. So it was a surreal moment. So yeah, yeah.
All right. The next single, Picture Perfect.
Picture perfect. That was more so of an empowerment song. For me, because I always feel like I have to be a perfect picture when I'm doing things, whether that's music or just everyday life. It was just kind of like a self reflection song for me to just
Yeah.
like get out of my head and just live in the moment and just have fun with life. Like everything just doesn't have to be perfect all the time. So that's where that
Yeah.
came from.
Absolutely. Because it's like be around somebody in a relationship and they expect too much out of you, be like, wait a minute now, I thought that, you told me, you like to, keep things simple, it's not a big deal, but I'm seeing this, monster on the
Mhm.
side. It is sad though, because the thing is, no, we're not made to be perfect. Now we're perfect in God's eyes though, but you don't have to try so hard, try to, paint a picture, make everything, try to please people. I know a handful of people like that.
Exactly.
Everything. Okay, the next single, Me Too.
Me too. It was one of those situations where like kind of a get back type song. I was in a relationship getting cheated on, and I was just like, well, if you can do it, I can too. That's where that came from. Not even gonna lie to you.
Wow, man, was on
Yeah,
that revenge tour.
it was a revenge. Yeah, a lot of my songs are just me speaking on my experiences, like a lot of them come just from my experiences that I experienced within my life.
Yeah. All right. Now the brand new single, "Live Without."
Live without is me walking away from a toxic relationship. Being so understanding of one person after they weren't understanding me, or being there for me, or even caring for me at the levels that I felt like that they should have been. Just basically getting tired out, and I'm just saying, like, I've reached the moment where I have to live without you because I have no other choice but to do that.
Absolutely. Music definitely therapeutic, because I think that if music never existed, how can we get our thoughts out,
Mhm.
and how can we express, besides, trying to write like in a diary, whatever and stuff, but you can say so much one way, but, God gives you a gift, like, okay, let me just get this, off my chest. Plus, I think it helps a lot of women out there that might be going through something similar or the exact same thing you're going through,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything.
That's another reason why I enjoy making music, because I want to help women. It's talking about my experiences. I want to help them out of their experiences. Somebody has went through the same things I went through, so maybe I can help somebody else get out of it.
Absolutely. So I want to start on the beginning of when you was growing up. I say, let me see what age. I say like 9 years old. What was your early inspirations as a 9-year-old kid?
At 9 years old, I was inspired by like Brandy, Aaliyah, Destiny's Child. Even around that time, like I'm a Disney's kid, so the
Oh
Cheetah
yeah,
Girls was like my thing at 9 years old too. Like that's one group that inspired me to really want to get out there and do music, because just watching them being a group and doing music and just doing all the fun, cute things, like that was it for me. So the Cheetah Girls definitely was a big inspiration too.
yeah. I tell you, it's crazy though, because I feel like that was like the Destiny Child 2.0 in a way, because
Yeah.
my little cousin at the time and my sister, that's how they, man, like they was all the Cheetah Girls. I mean, like the posters on the wall and everything. And I'm shocked though they never really benefited as far as like continue to like make like albums though. But
Mhm.
you
Oh yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
They were a big.
absolutely and stuff. So by the time you was in your teens, what did you want to do? Did you see yourself like, okay, when I get 18, this is what I want to do, or your mind was not even there yet?
Yeah, so by the age of 18, I was solely focused on music. I actually, when I would say about 16, that's when I really wanted to get into doing music professionally. I've always been around music. I've always sang around the house and everything since I was like 3. But up until I was 16, I wanted to be actually an OBGYN, and I also wanted to be a teacher. So that's,
Oh wow.
yeah, I wanted to do those things. And then I kind of just fell in love with creating music and being in the studio and doing my covers. And so then I was like, well, I just want to make it, as a profession now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause I always truly believe that God, has our story ready before we even thought of. Because like as you're born, you start experiencing life and everything, experiences. Like one minute you might be your brain could be there, but something over there needs your attention more. It's like like your calling need to, express it away, and stuff. Um so when you start, recording music and everything, when you kind of like nervous, like, man, like people really gonna hear my voice, and you was like, hey, I'm confident, hey, let's go.
I was very confident. I was not scared at all. Like my first time being in the studio, I was 13 with my mom. Um, I was 13. I recorded my very first song. She helped me write it. And when I was about 15, 16, I started to get on YouTube and started doing YouTube videos. And I was not nervous at all. I was just posting my little videos, and views was going up. I didn't care nothing in the world about it. I was just enjoying it.
Oh man. So by the time you establish, your artistry, did you have like different nicknames, like what you want to call yourself?
No, actually, Siobhan was just the name that I stuck with. Siobhan is actually my middle name.
Okay.
Funny story, I have two middle names, and I just chose the second one. So
Yeah. Hey, it's too bad.
kind of
You
just
know, go ahead, my bad.
no, you're good. I was just saying it's just kind of stuck with me ever since.
Okay. You know,
Mhm.
when I was hearing your music and stuff, and I was listening to on Spotify, and I was thinking about certain TV shows, I said, man, that'd be a great look for like Mary J. Blige, like some of the biopics, well, like the direct film that she puts out on Lifetime, and I was thinking about The Shine. I was thinking about all these shows in my head, like that'd be a great like Sister, and everything and stuff. I'm like, hey, that'd be a great scene. Like if some dude did some woman dirty, I'm like, that'd be the go-to song to play over and over again and
Okay, I got
stuff.
the songs for you. I got them.
Yeah, because I was like, they needs to be like on like movie soundtracks, Netflix, the different type of series and everything. But I would be surprised that might happen, just speaking that to exist and manifesting and everything and stuff. Um, is there any like short film music videos that you have for one of these singles out, or there's something that's kind of in the works?
So for the song Chances, I do have a music video out for that one. And Backseat Driver, I do have a video out for that one as well. I have a visualizer out for Me Too, and it's just short form content for Live Without. So Live Without is in the works as far as the actual full music video. But yeah, that's all I have out there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, do you put like because I know some artists and some don't have control of like as far as being credited video and stuff. How much of control you have in your own video as far as like what you visualize, or of course like a team effort thing.
I have 100% control over my creative direction. My team, they allow me to be as creative as possible, because they want to capture my vision of whatever I see in my head, and they just amplify it with their ideas as well. So me and my creative team, we do a pretty good job at meshing together when it comes to the creativity part of it.
Yeah, and I think it's awesome though because especially being an artist, like you cannot be tone deaf by ears, you never cannot be blind by sight. Like whatever you thinking at the moment. And sometimes it's one thing, how what people say like it's writer's block, but sometimes you might be stuck on an ideal, like okay, I want to shoot this, I'm trying to get that, and somebody might have an idea and say, hey, well, okay, let's take your idea and just mix it up with so, and let's see, we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Your video is all in one day or it's like 2 days or something like that?
It usually just takes a few hours, honestly. I think the longest video I shot was Chances. It took about 6 hours because we had to do so many different scenes and it had acting in it. So it was just a lot of different things going on that day. But yeah, it took about 6 to 7 hours for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check it out on YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
Now here it is. Like June is coming next month, Black Music Month. What does Black music means to you?
Black music means it means a lot to me, actually, because I feel like with Black music, we created honestly every type of genre that you can really think of. So when it comes to Black music, it's very empowering just to see all of the different artists that come before me and how it evolved, and how so many other, people have taken what they've put out and kind of navigated their own artistry in their own type of way. So I feel like with Black music, it paved the way for a lot of artists like me, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing, we celebrate Black music every month, saying it's always a nostalgia of music. It's like you go to a family cookout, birthday party, whatever's going on. So I'm playing old school music. And of course, you got a mixture of whatever song is hot. So music, will never die, especially, well, let me take it back, Black music, period.
Never die.
So
Anytime, anywhere, any season. So
facts. Exactly. Is there any upcoming shows that you have coming up?
so I do have a project coming out. I have an EP coming out in June, actually, during Black Music Month. It's called Confessions of a Good Girl Gone Bad. And it's gonna be a, kind of a description of who SHVN is. So it's my first EP, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Wow. Man, I
Yeah.
was just picturing what the art cover would look like and everything, and bringing people to your world, saying, I think it's pretty awesome. Man, I like the title of it too, because it sounds like a movie, what I'm saying? Like you just get sucked in, what I'm saying? Everything.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It tells a story. So it tells a story of a relationship that I dealt with and how I got out of it.
Because I can imagine, you build your artistry up as an artist, and you got this one main title. You might have several times in your head until that one comes. Like, you know what? One side do build this album up. This is gonna be the title. So that will stick and just go from there. It's like I ride the high with it.
Exactly.
And everything. But so with that being said, I want to say thank you for taking the time coming on here on the R&B Talk Show. Oh, before I get off here, is there any remix you're gonna put on one of these singles, or just gonna be just a format the way it is?
Have something in the works. We have something in the works for Live Without, so it's possible.
Okay.
For sure.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I'll give big shouts to man, Ron, my brother, you definitely a hard worker, salute to you for getting it set up. Big shouts to Miss V Vintage. I know she probably out and about to another concert and everything. Big shouts to her negotiating this interview. So with that being said, you have a blessed night, Queen.
Thank you for having me. It was good talking to you.
You got it. I'm out.